Hello children, I hope you are safe at your homes and taking necessary precautions during this COVID time. So today for your English lesson, we will be starting the second chapter from your honeysuckle book called How the Dog Found Himself a New Master. Okay, so you will find this chapter on page 17 of your textbook. So please be ready with your textbook so that you can go through the line while I read the text and also learn some new words. Okay, so please be ready with the text. So this story is about a dog. Okay, everyone have seen a dog, right? We all have seen a dog. Some of you might be having a pet dog at your home, right? So with this, we will see there is this dog. We all know that the dog is a pet animal, right? Domestic animal. So we have been keeping these dogs at our home from quite some time. So here we will see that how the dog decided to leave the wild and enter into our homes. That means become a part of human life. Okay. So before you read, you may know that the dog and the wolf are closely related. You may also know something about how over the centuries human beings have domesticated and tamed wild animals. Here is a story about how the dog became a tame animal. Okay, so here we see that there is a mention of two animals, right? They're quite different in habitat. One is a wild animal while the other one is a domestic animal. The wolf is a wild animal while the dog is a domestic animal. So why are they closely related? How can the author say that they're closely related? Because they look very similar, right? So we know that some of the animals have been tamed from quite long by humans, right? We have been taming some animals. You can name some animals. Think, because I will be asking you after some time. So please think the names of some animals which are tamed or domesticated by humans. Okay? So whenever we find some new word, we will be writing it down. Okay? So now there are two words here in this section. They are, first one is domesticated and tamed. Okay? Because they mean the same, we will be writing them together. To tame or keep as pet animal in our homes. Okay? Okay. So here is the first meaning. Tamed and domesticated means the same thing. That means we are bringing some animals or we are calming some animals and keeping them as our pets. They leave their wild nature and adapt to the way of human life. Okay? So, okay. Now we will move towards the text, main text. Okay? Dogs were once their own masters and lived the way wolves do, in freedom, until a dog was born who was ill-pleased with this way of life. He was sick and tired of wandering about by himself. and search and looking for food and being frightened of those who were stronger than he. So now here we see that the dogs were once wild animals. Okay, that they used to live in the forest. They had no one to control upon. Okay, they were not controlled by humans. They lived on their own terms. They lived in freedom. They searched for their own food. They hunted and they found their own shelter. So there was no human or no other beast controlling dogs. Okay, so dogs were like wolves, like wild animals who were free. They were not under anyone's control. Okay, so but what happens until when it changed? It changed when a dog was born who was ill-pleased with his life. The word ill-pleased means he was not happy. He was very unsatisfied with this way of life because he was very tired and sick. Sick doesn't mean that he had a fever. He did not have a temperature. Okay. He was sick and tired means he was very worried. He did not want to live this kind of life anymore. So what does he decide? We will see what he decides next. He does not want to look for his own food. He does not want to look for his own shelter. He just wants to leave all these kind of life and start a new life. Okay. So also we see that he was very scared of the huge animals who were stronger. Okay, because there were some animals which were stronger than him. Our dog is not that powerful, right? So he was very bored of this life. He did not want to live this kind of life. So now we will see what happens next in the second paragraph. Okay, but before that we will be writing some words which we don't know the meaning of, or you might know it, but still let's write it down. Okay, for the second one is ill-pleased. It means not happy, or not satisfied. Okay. Not happy is already in your book, so you can write it from there only. And the third word is wandering. When you wander from one place to another, you travel from one place to another. Okay, travel from one place to another. One place to another. Okay. Okay. So these were the two words here. Now we will move to the second paragraph. He thought it over and decided that the best thing for him to do was to become the servant of one who was stronger than anyone on earth. And he set out to find such a master. Okay, so what does he decide? Means obviously when you want something, when you're not happy, you think over that issue, right? You think over that matter continuously. So he thought it over. When you think over something, you think a lot about that before coming or before making a decision. Okay, so he thought over it that what can I do? Means what can I do to escape this life, because I don't want to lead this kind of life. So he thought and thought and thought. He thought it again and again and decided. What does he decide? He decided that he would find out a master for himself who would be strongest of everyone on the planet Earth. So when he decides this, he decides that I will be going in search of such a strong, means the strongest animal, or whoever is the strongest. Okay, so so set out means to begin a journey. When you set out to do something, you set out on a journey. Okay, fourth one is set out. Set out means begin a journey. Okay. So we see that he sets out on a journey. Okay, he begins a journey. Third stanza now. He walked and he walked, and he met a kinsman of his, a big wolf, who was as strong as he was fierce. Now, after walking and walking and walking, he meets his kinsman. Okay, do you remember in the first line we talked about wolf and the dog being close relative? Yes, that's the exact meaning of kinsman. Kinsman means our relative, a member of the same family or extended family. Okay, so here kinsman means a relative. So while walking means after he walked a distance, when he walked and walked and walked, he came across, he met whom? He met a big wolf. Okay, he met a really big wolf. So after coming towards the wolf, after approaching the wolf, he saw that he was strong and fierce. He was in search of such a beast, right? He was in search of someone who is strongest. So he saw that he found that the wolf was very big and he was very strong as well, also fierce, right? So when someone is fierce, it's aggressive and very violent. Okay, very violent. Okay, so here we will see what happens next. Where are you going, dog? The wolf asked. So the dog came towards the wolf. So the wolf saw him going somewhere. So this question was asked, that where are you going, dog? Okay, so the wolf asked this question. I am looking for someone to take up service with. Would you like to be my master, wolf? Okay, so he wanted someone to be his master. So he asks the wolf that whether he would like to be his master, because he thinks that he's very strong, he's very fierce, so he would like to serve him. The dog wanted to serve the wolf because he thought that he was strongest. Okay, so this question was asked. Okay, I don't see why not, the wolf said. And this agreed upon, the two of them went on together. Okay, now tell me, if someone agrees कि yes, I want to serve you, I will do everything you say, okay, I will perform every action, you don't need to do anything, I will serve you. You'd say, means you just command, you just order, and I will get it done. So won't you agree? So why would the wolf refuse? He won't refuse, right? So he readily agreed. He said, okay, I have no problem. You can definitely give me your services. I have no problem. So after deciding this, after they agreed on this, after they were okay, after they gave their nod, they gave their consent, their agreement. Okay, so they walk on together now. From now onwards, they will stay together. Okay. So with this one, we finish the third stanza, and we will write down some new words here as well. Okay. So we see in the third stanza we have kinsman. Kinsman means a relative. Okay. Sixth is fierce. It means violent. And frightening. When something is fierce, it's frightening, it scares you, and also they're violent. That's why it scares you, right? When something is violent, when someone comes to hit you, when they're violent, you are scared of them, right? So they're fierce, okay? It's an adjective, okay? So now, okay, maybe some other words are there. Let's see. Yes, one more is there. Take up service with. These words are already in your book. You can copy it from there as well. Take up service with. Okay. Take up service with means become the servant of. Become the servant of. When you take up service with someone, you become the servant of that someone, okay? Okay. So now we will move to the fourth stanza, if you're ready. Okay, I'll just allow you to take a screenshot if you want. Okay. Now we will be starting with the fourth stanza, okay? They walked, and all of a sudden, the wolf lifted his nose, sniffed, darted quickly off the path and into the bushes and crept deeper into the forest. The dog was much surprised. Now what do we see? Here, they walked and they walked and they walked. Okay. Obviously, they are going somewhere. They need to hunt. So, they were walking together. After some time, what happens? The wolf does something. What does he do? He sniffs something. When you sniff something, you try to smell something with audible breathing sound. Okay, the breathing sound is much audible. Okay, when you sniff, you smell, you inhale air, you draw air through your nose and you smell something. This way you can smell smell it more distinctly. Okay, you can smell things more clearly. So here what he does the same thing. He lifts his nose and he sniffs something. They have strong sense of smell. Dogs and wolves, they have strong sense of smell. So the wolf does this, sniffs and darted quickly off the path and into the bushes. Okay, so what does it do? It quickly leaves the path. It runs towards the bushes. It runs into the bushes. Okay, it leaves the path in which it was walking. It left the road and it went straight away to the bushes. Okay, and then what does he do? This was not the end. It did not hide himself itself in the woods, in the bushes. What does it do? It creeps slowly deeper into the forest. Okay, when you creep, you do not make any sound. You just do not make your thudding sound. Okay, you keep light feet on the ground. You do not make any sound while you walk. So he was creeping, means he slowly crept into the forest. Okay, so this action surprised the dog, means he was shocked. What was this? Why did his master do this? Because he thought he was the strongest, right? means the dog used to do all these stuffs when he did not have any master, when he did not choose for himself any master. So why did this wolf do this? Means why it did something like this? Why it ran away from the path suddenly? Okay, so it surprised the dog. Okay. "What's come over you, master?" he asked. "What had frightened you so?" So when his master left the path, he followed him. After he followed him, he asked him this question: "What has come over you? What happened? What had affected you so much?" Okay, so what made you run away from the path? So this was a cause of concern for the dog. Okay, so what does he do? He asked him this question, that why are you scared? What made you scared? Okay, so after this question, we will see that the wolf will be replying. Let's see what he replies. Okay, now, "Can't you see there's a bear out there and he might eat up both you and me?" Now obviously we know what is a bear, right? A bear is a huge animal. So this wolf was scared of which animal? Yes, he was scared when he found that, when he sniffed the bear around him. Okay, so this bear, this smell of the bear scared him and he ran away. So he told the dog that, "Can't you see that there's a bear? If it finds out that we are there, if it would have found that we are there, it would have eaten us both." Okay, so we wouldn't have been alive now. We would be dead. So this completes our fourth stanza. Okay, here let's see if we can find some words which we do not know meaning of, or we should write it down. So some words are there. Okay, so I'll be taking one space here. 8. Okay, sniffed. First, the 8th one is sniffed. This word is not in your book, so please write it down. To draw up air through the nose audibly through the nose, audibly through the nose, through the nose, to smell something. Okay. So to drop air audibly through the nose to smell something. Okay. Okay. So the next word is darted. Number 9th, darted. It's in your book. You can write it from there as well. Moved quickly or suddenly. Moved quickly or suddenly. Okay. Number 10th, come over you. over you means affected you. Affected you. Okay. Okay, rest of it I think you know it, or you can find it out. If you find any new word, you can definitely find out their meanings. Okay, so we can now begin the 5th stanza. Seeing that the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog decided to take up service with him, and he left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. The bear agreed to this and said, "Let us go and find a herd of cows. I will kill a cow and then we can both eat our fill." Okay, so obviously the dog saw the strange behavior of the wolf. The dog thought that the wolf was the strongest, but strongest beast or strongest human or strongest person would never be scared of something, right? Everyone should be scared of that strongest person or beast, right? So when he finds out that the wolf is scared of the bear, he decides to leave the company of the wolf and join the bear. Okay, so with this he leaves the company of the wolf and decides to ask the bear that whether he would be the master of him or not. Okay, so obviously the bear had no problems, so he was okay, because this bear is a giant animal. So why would he refuse if someone is agreeing to serve him? Okay, so what did the bear say after that? He said that yes, okay, I am very okay, that I have no problems, you can definitely serve me, I will take you in my service. Now you let's go and hunt some cows. We will find some cows and we will hunt them. Okay, and so we can have a proper meal, we can have a proper lunch, dinner, whatever they were going to have. So they were going to have a proper meal. So with this, they decide to walk together in search of those cows. Okay, so here is a word, herd. You definitely know this. I think it's a collective noun for group of cows. So herd means a group of cattle actually. Okay, it means a group of cattle. It's a group term. Okay. So I hope the story is clear till here. Okay. They walked on and soon saw a herd of cows. But just as they were about to come up to it, they were stopped by a terrible noise. Okay. Now what happens? Now when they were about to reach the herd of cows, these cows were visible to them from a distance. When they were about to reach the cows, they heard a terrible noise. When a noise is terrible, terrible means very scary. Because as if someone was crying out of fear, or maybe they were very much frightened. Okay, their noise was really terrible. It wasn't pleasing to the ears. It was very unpleasant. So with this, we see that the bear and the dog stops there because they have heard this terrible noise. Okay. Okay, children, let it be till here for today. We will be continuing with the lesson in the next class. Thank you for watching the video. Bye-bye.